नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरः परमः कृष्णः सच्चिदानंद विग्रहः अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणम्। ओम तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the purest and topmost knowledge, Pavitram Uttamam. Now, in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, in Karma Yoga, we are understanding very clearly that we need to perform our actions without expecting any results. And we understand about karma means we have to perform prescribed duties. That's what karma means. It's not simply action. It is prescribed duties. That's what is called karma. The abominable activities or forbidden activities, they are known as vikarma. So simply karma means it's prescribed duties. But that we can do with expecting results or without expecting results. If we expect results, either prescribed duties or even forbidden activities, we will be bound by both. But if we do only the prescribed duties, of course we won't do the forbidden activities without expecting results. That option itself is not there. If somebody is doing forbidden activities, definitely that person is expecting results and doing such abominable activities. So if we don't expect results, if we are not affected by the results, then we are not bound by the results. That's what we need to understand. And not performing the action at all is known as akarma. We studied about this so many times and I keep repeating that so that we will understand very well. We'll never ever forget. Now in this world, we have got this body. The soul is stuck inside this body. And now we have to figure out a way to escape from this material world. So that's what we need to understand, that we need to find out way to free ourselves from the clutches of Maya, from material entanglement. This life, this body, this human body and all other skills what we have, everything should be utilized only for that purpose. That is to free ourselves from body. The soul has to be freed from the body. Like a bird which is put inside a cage, it is not free at all. It's not free to fly. So like that, the soul is inside this body. So we are bound. We are bound by what the body is doing, what the body can do it. So that's what we need to understand. The soul is bound. This is bondage to birth, and then bound to act, bound to be bound to act. So that is what Janma Bandha and Karma Bandha. Now, how can we free ourselves from this body? Only by performing activities without any attachment to the results. Then it's not going to bind us. Karma bandha is bondage to work. As long as karma bandha is there, we have to be inside this body, because without this body we cannot work. We need karmendriyas to work, and we need this material body to act. So without this body we cannot work. So that means as long as we have bondage to work, we will have this material bodies. So Bhagavad Gita is the only book, only subject which teaches about our self, about mind, about the relationship between body, mind, senses, intelligence, soul, everything, and what we should do in our life to free ourselves from this material body. That's what we need to understand. Every one of us have material bodies. It is not possible to maintain this body forever and being inside this body and enjoy forever. That's what we need to understand. It is not possible to enjoy. It's not possible to be happy with this material body. That means we need to understand what is the real enjoyment. The real enjoyment is not the enjoyment we get it through material sense objects. That is temporary and flickering. And in fact, we understand from Bhagavad Gita very clearly that is the real source of our suffering. So we have to act in such a way that none of our activities should bind us to this material way. For all the actions we carried out in the past, we already have so much of karma bandha, so much of bondage to work in this material world. Because everyone is having their own swabhava, swakarma, everything is there. All of a sudden, just immediately we cannot, just like that, come out of that. So that purificatory process we need to go through. Our soul has to go through the purification process. That purification process is, we have to engage all our body, the parts of our body, like mind, senses, intelligence, everything, to perform activities in such a way it purifies ourselves. Atma Suddhaye. So Atma Suddhaye means we need to use body, mind, intelligence, senses, everything to perform activities which purify ourselves. Kayena, manasa, buddhya, kevalair, indriyai api yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma suddhaya. So yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva. That's what is very important. The yogis perform their activities by giving up the attachment. Yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva. So we need to now learn about how to perform our activities without attachment. Because so many lifetimes we performed activities with attachment to the results. Now we need to learn, we need to train ourselves to perform all the activities without attachment. Without attachment to anything in this material. But we think that we have so many responsibilities. We have to take care of so many people, so many things, take care of our children, take care of our parents, take care of our lot of other things, family responsibilities at work. We have to go to job and we have to earn money. We have to do a lot of work that all makes us extremely busy in this material world. And there too, now life has become much more complicated. AI is great, but the problem is now every innovation, the scientific innovation makes our life even more complicated. Our life is not simple anymore. One cannot lead a simple life. When a person is born in this world, already it is determined that he has to work very hard to live in this world. So that is already enforced on everyone. We think that only a person who is born in a poor family, not having enough resources, money, they have to struggle for their existence. But now that is not same at all. Now even people born with in a rich family, lot of money, but still there won't be time to manage everything, to do all these activities. Now it's going to be very difficult. The world is not same all the time. Our environment, our surroundings are not same. So now in this kind of situations, how can we ensure that we are able to be completely Krishna conscious, do everything for Krishna? Even though things are changing, even though a lot of things this world will keep changing. Everything will keep changing. And it will go through cycles. That's what we need to understand. But the Bhagavad Gita knowledge won't change at all. Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna spoke to Arjuna 5,000 years before, more than 5,000 years ago, nothing can change. Or anything. No, nothing can change what Krishna taught us. That is the Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So now what we are understanding from Bhagavad Gita, that in order to free ourselves from this material bondage, in order to free ourselves from all problems in this material world, no one can say that I don't have any problem. They are cheating themselves. In order to free ourselves from all problems, we understand from Bhagavad Gita, we need Krishna's mercy. Then only it is possible. If Krishna's mercy is there, then Krishna can handle everything. We don't have to handle all these things. We don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to think about our future, worry about our future, all our responsibilities and what to do, what not to do, whether we can do it or not. All those things, we should learn about how to let Krishna do our activities. And that means how to delegate all the responsibilities to Krishna. So that knowledge we need to understand from Bhagavad Gita. That's what we are understanding. So leave everything to Krishna, do everything for Krishna. That's what we are always saying. Leave everything to Krishna, do everything for Krishna means we're not worrying about anything, leaving everything to Krishna and doing everything for Krishna. Then only it is possible for us to perform our actions which will not bind us to this material world. Because anything we do in connection with Krishna, anything we do it as an offering unto Krishna, that is not going to bind us. So that means we need to do everything only for Krishna. Then we will never be bound to this material world at all. So not only we won't be bound for our future activities, but also all our past karma, past bondage, that also will be completely removed, freed. We will be freed. That also Krishna will do. So that way we don't have to worry about all our previous sinful activities we perform. Because everyone is, when they are attached to results, they are performing only sinful acts. No doubt about it. There is nothing like the good activities or bad activities when you are attached to results. That's what is the question we studied. That's what Arjuna is asking the question we finished in the last class. With that question only we studied. We understood Arjuna asked the question about sinful activities. So, the only way to free ourselves from such activities, for all the past activities, and in future also we don't do that, is by taking shelter unto this Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita should be the way of our life. We should do everything what Krishna is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita. That means we should know Bhagavad Gita very well, by heart. Everything what Krishna is asking us to do, we should know very well. That's what we are attempting to do during our class every day. Because our focus is only on Bhagavad Gita, and of course, I've been telling so many times in the past also, we are going to start studying Srimad Bhagavatam at some point in future, hopefully not very far. So, then we will enjoy about our Krishna's pastimes, our Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, how he appeared in this world, and what kinds of leelas he enacted. So everything we will be able to study and enjoy, and that gives us so much of happiness, so much of enjoyment. Because serving Krishna only with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, by doing everything for Krishna, that's what gives us so much of happiness, so much of enjoyment. And we are definitely going to do that, because once we believe in Krishna, once we are having faith on this Bhagavad Gita, and we have it, and we believe in Krishna, and we have faith on Krishna, that's the reason we are never stopping our classes also. And we will continue, and we will get ourselves engaged in Krishna's service, and we will plan, and in fact Krishna is planning big for us, and Krishna will engage us in his service. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we will do all wonderful leelas, we will like wonderful service to Krishna. So that way, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge definitely will deliver us from this material world. That's what Krishna says, it idam jnanam upashritya mama sadharmyam agat. Just by taking shelter unto this knowledge, you will come to me. Yajñātva munayagas sarve param siddhim mito gataga. By knowing this knowledge, by getting this knowledge, by knowing this Bhagavad Gita, many sages in the past have already achieved perfection. Yajñātva munayagas sarve param siddhim mito gataga. So that way, this knowledge is going to do all the magic This is going to solve all our problems. And that's why we are studying this Bhagavad Gita. So what we are now studying in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, in the sloka number 36. Arjuna uvacha athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. Arjuna said, by what? Athakena prayuktoyam, one is engaged to perform sinful activities. Papam charati purusha. Anicchanapi Varshnaya, O descendant of Vishnu, without our willingness. Anichan. So without desiring ourselves. So Anicchanapi Varshnaya baladiva niyojitagam. As if somebody is forcefully making us to do. Baladiva niyojita. So by what one is impelled to sinful acts unwillingly, as if engaged by force. It's a very important question Arjuna is asking. In our life, we are all impelled to sinful activities. That is true, because we need to understand from Bhagavad Gita, from Krishna's answers, very well about what is causing this. And now the solution is also Krishna gives. So we will study in the coming slokas what Krishna is answered. Arjuna said, O descendant of Vishnu, by what one is impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force. In the next sloka, Krishna is continuing. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Kamayesha Krodayesha Rajo Guna Samudbhavaga Mahashano Mahapapma Vidyenam Iha Vairinam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, that is Kama and Krodha. Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, which is born from Rajoguna. Rajoguna Samudbhavaga. Mahasano Mahapapma. So that is all devouring sinful. Mahasano Mahapapma. Vidyena Miga Vairinam. You understand that enemy. That is all devouring sinful enemy. You understand that. That's what Krishna is teaching us. And how this Kama and Krodha comes, we studied already in the 2nd chapter. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumshaga Sankasteshu Pajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Abhijayate. It all starts from our mind thinking about sense objects. If you think about sense objects, that is going to happen. So that's why the important practice what we need to do is that our mind, we need to control our mind. We need to focus our mind on Krishna. So we need to control our mind by focusing on Krishna. That is very important. We have to become successful in that. Then we will never fall into Rajoguna. Then because mind is not going to think about material sense objects. If it thinks about material sense objects, then Rajoguna comes. That's what we need to understand. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is lust only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is the all-devouring sinful enemy of this world. Then in the next sloka, Krishna is continuing that. Dhumena vriyate vannir yatha darsho malena cha yatho ulvena vrutho garbas तथा तेने idam avrutam. So just like fire is covered by smoke, Dumena avriyate vanya. Dumena means by smoke. Avriyate means covered fire. Fire is covered by smoke. Yatha adarsho malenacha. How the mirror is covered by dust, malena. Yatho ulbena avrito garbhas. How the embryo is covered by the womb. Tatha tene idam avritam. Similarly, this lust and anger is covering us, covering the soul. That's what we need to understand. So that's why it's our sinful end. So if we remove away the smoke, then we can see the fire. If we clean the mirror, we can see ourselves. And if the child gets out of the womb, then it's set free. So like that, we have to clear away. We need to clean ourselves. We need to destroy this kama and krodha, which is our sinful enemy. This is the science Krishna is teaching. We need to understand. If as fire is covered by smoke, as a mirror is covered by dust, or as the embryo is covered by the womb, the living entity is similarly covered by different degrees of this lust. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 38, sloka number 38 in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. Now we'll continue from tomorrow. Hare Krishna.